Welcome to Listen and Speak Daily English, the best way to learn English with fun and easy way.
Have you ever had a dream that stayed in your heart, no matter how difficult life became? My name is Emma, and today I'd like to share the story of how I followed my dream of becoming a teacher. Ever since I was a little girl, I admired my teachers. They didn't just teach lessons from books, they inspired students to believe in themselves. Every time I walked into a classroom, I imagined myself standing in front of the class one day, helping children discover new things. Deep inside, I knew that teaching was the job I wanted to do for the rest of my life. When I was about 8 years old, I often looked after my younger brother while my parents were at work. I helped him with his homework, explained difficult math problems, and listened to him read stories aloud. Whenever he understood something because of my explanation, I felt happier than ever. That was the moment I realized that helping others learn brought me real joy. As I grew older, I continued to help out my classmates whenever they struggled with schoolwork. Some students found English difficult, while others had problems with science or history. I never laughed at their mistakes. Instead, I encouraged them to keep going and reminded them that learning takes time. Many of my friends asked me why I spent so much time helping others instead of focusing only on myself. My answer was always simple. Seeing someone improve because of my help was one of the best feelings in the world. During high school, my dream became even stronger. I joined study groups, volunteered to tutor younger students after school, and even organized small review sessions before exams. At first, I was nervous about speaking in front of groups, but little by little, I opened up and became more confident. One day, my English teacher noticed how much I enjoyed helping other students. She invited me to assist during an after-school learning program. I was excited, but also a little scared. However, I accepted the opportunity because I knew it would help me grow. Those afternoons changed my life. Every student learned differently. Some needed extra practice, some needed patience, and others simply needed someone to believe in them. I learned that being a teacher isn't only about explaining lessons, it's also about listening, encouraging, and never giving up on your students. After graduating from high school, I decided to apply for a university where I could study education. The entrance exams were challenging, and there were many talented applicants. I studied every day, reviewed my notes, and never stopped believing in myself. A few weeks later, I received an email that changed everything. I had been accepted. I couldn't stop smiling. My parents hugged me tightly, and we celebrated together. It felt like the first big step toward my dream. University life wasn't easy. I had to deal with difficult assignments, prepare lesson plans, study child psychology, and complete teaching practice in local schools. There were nights when I stayed awake preparing presentations, and mornings when I wondered if I was good enough. Whenever I felt discouraged, I remembered why I had started this journey. I wanted to change lives. During my final year, I completed my teaching internship at an elementary school. On my first day, I stood in front of 25 young students. My hands were shaking, and my heart was beating fast. Then one little girl smiled at me. Suddenly, I felt calm. I introduced myself and began the lesson. We played educational games, read stories together, solved puzzles, and practiced speaking English. The students laughed, asked questions, and participated with excitement. At the end of the class, one student said, "Miss Emma, I can't wait for tomorrow's lesson." Those simple words meant more to me than any grade I had ever received. After graduating from university, I applied for a teaching position at one of the best schools in the city. Many experienced teachers were applying for the same job, so I wasn't sure if I would be chosen. The interview went well. I spoke honestly about my passion for education and explained how I wanted every student to feel confident inside the classroom. A week later, my phone rang. The principal offered me the job. I couldn't believe it. My dream had finally come true. My first year as a teacher taught me many lessons. Some days were wonderful, while others were challenging. There were students who learned quickly and others who needed extra time. Instead of giving up, I searched for new teaching methods, came up with creative classroom activities, and always encouraged my students to believe in themselves. Slowly, parents began thanking me for helping their children become more confident. Students who once struggled with reading started enjoying books. Others who were afraid of speaking English began answering questions in class with confidence. Year after year, my classroom became a place where students felt safe to ask questions, make mistakes, and learn together. One day, one of my former students returned to visit me. He smiled and said, "You believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. Now, I'm studying to become a teacher too." Hearing those words filled my heart with happiness. As time went by, I became known as one of the most inspiring teachers in my city. I was invited to educational conferences, teacher workshops, and schools across the country to share my teaching methods. Later, I wrote my first book about helping students enjoy learning instead of fearing mistakes. The book became popular and many teachers started using my ideas in their classrooms. A few years later, I was honored with the National Teacher Excellence Award. Standing on the stage and receiving that award, I remembered the little girl who once dreamed of standing in front of a classroom. That little girl's dream had become reality. Today, I still wake up every morning excited to teach. Every lesson is another opportunity to inspire someone, encourage someone, or change someone's future. Teaching isn't just my profession, it's my passion, it's my purpose. If you have a dream, never let fear stop you. Work hard, stay patient, learn from your mistakes, and never stop believing in yourself. One day, your dream may come true too. Thank you so much for listening to my story. If you found this video helpful, please support our channel by liking this video, subscribing, and turning on the notification bell so you never miss a new English story. Share this story with your friends who are learning English, and don't forget to practice a little every day. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next story. Goodbye, and keep learning English every single day.
Every story helps you learn a little more English, and every day brings you closer to fluency. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends who are also learning English.